Highlights from a matchup of football powers and one of the biggest running events in the Mid-Atlantic. All this and more coming up on High School Sports Scene. Hi, and welcome to this edition of High School Sports Scene. I'm Sydney Callahan. The fall sports season is well underway, and that means it's football season. Two of the top teams in the county met on the turf at Franklin.
Hereford Bulls face... In their first drive of the game, Hereford's Will Bittner breaks one tackle, and he's gone for a 50-yard touchdown run and puts Hereford on top for an early score. Franklin's Ian Thomas would not be outdone. He makes a move, and he's gone for a 66-yard run, but is tackled at the 1-yard line. One play later, Ian walks in for the easy score and puts Franklin ahead 7-6. Quarterback Ryan Jones, with a good play action, throws a nice 21-yard pass to Luke Quigley for the score. The Bulls, for the second time, failed to get the extra point. Quarterback Jackson Thornton throws a pass to Reggie Ellis to put Franklin in scoring position before halftime. Franklin was able to convert a 19-yard field goal by Sean Myers. Halftime score, 12-10, Hereford. Hereford coughed up the ball, which puts Franklin in scoring position. Hereford's defense holds, and Franklin lines up for the field goal. But whoops! Devin Gibbs Wagner dialed up his own number for the score. Hereford made a late comeback, and Richard Lee makes a good run, putting Hereford in scoring position. With 20 seconds left, Hereford's only down by 5. Ryan Jones rolls out, throws a pass, but is intercepted by Ian Thomas. A hard-fought battle, but Franklin comes out on top, 24-19.
The following week, Catonsville toppled Franklin to add another up-and-coming program to the mix. We'll keep an eye on them in the weeks to come. Fall also means cross-country, and runners from around the Mid-Atlantic gathered at Hereford High School for the annual Bull Run Invitational.
This year's Bull Run drew over 1,300 runners from 111 schools. Why do runners come from across the Mid-Atlantic to Hereford High? To test themselves against one of the toughest courses around. Hereford's 3-mile course is famous for its twists, turns, and hills, particularly the one known as the Dip. It's been called the toughest 3 miles in cross-country. Despite the heavy rains on Friday, this course was ready for the race. Actually, it was ready for 12 races, each classified as elite, large school, medium school, and small school. Everyone who survived was a winner. Here are the top finishers for each of the major races. For BCPS-TV, I'm Melissa Navoyski.
Back in August, before the season started, some student athletes got the opportunity to work on developing their leadership skills.
On August 9th, student athletes from around the state of Maryland gathered at Newtown High School in Baltimore County for the second annual MPSSAA Student Leadership Conference.
Today is an opportunity to take some of the things that we felt are very important in being taught in our athletic programs across the state and try and refine some of those skills, some of those leadership skills to give to our students to take back to their schools to become better leaders in their schools.
Participants in the day-long conference engaged in interactive sessions and activities designed to improve leadership skills and promote teamwork, sportsmanship, time management, and healthy lifestyle choices.
And we recognize that usually the athletes are popular people in school, but we want to use that influence that they have for a positive change. Talking about doing community service and improving not only their school environment, but also the community that their schools are located in.
I've met a lot of people here in the first few hours that, I've found a lot of things in common with, not just sports, not just being an athlete, but it's, our personalities are the same, we have the same goals, that kind of thing. So it's really rewarding, just the first few hours being here.
I hear you have problems about you say you're not getting the ball, it was too far, it was too long.
Yeah, man, everybody in the team keep blaming me. I'm making a catch anyway, but he ain't putting it where he's supposed to put it at.
Breakout sessions focused on good decisions and perspective, team building, a captain's course, and teen safe driving presented by conference sponsor, the Allstate Foundation. Guest speakers challenge students to model positive behavior.
Here's the thing I'm going to get you to think about. Every single day, as a leader on your team, as an athlete, you are getting better or you are getting worse. There's no such thing as coasting as an athlete.
The information that we're taking away from here, it's important because we can take it back to our schools and incorporate it there, such as the leadership and communication among other students.
This is a one-in-a-lifetime experience, especially when you get offered your junior year and going into senior. You can never experience this again. This is something I wish everyone would get invited to.
While today's student athletes strive to make a name for themselves, one county high school honored individuals from the past who have made contributions to the athletic program.
At its homecoming football game on September 17th, Loch Raven High School inducted the inaugural members of the Loch Raven Athletic Hall of Fame.
We have 10 members in this year's inaugural class, 6 of whom could be here today.
The first inductees span the years since the school opened in 1972 and included a former NFL All-Pro and a current teacher and coach.
From the class of 79, Sean Lendetta, who played soccer, football, and baseball here. He went on to Towson University. He went on to the NFL and played for the Giants and the Eagles. He was a 2-time Super Bowl champ, a 2-time Pro Bowler.
To be out there and watch these kids playing and realize this was me some 30-some years ago, and to be recognized in the first class is really a nice honor, and very excited to be back here. Brings back a lot of great memories.
A well-known figure throughout the school, Coach Wendy Galen, who coached field hockey and lacrosse here at Loch Raven for numerous years, and is a 7-time state championship winner in lacrosse.
Well, obviously, it really is an honor to be in the first inaugural class. It's very special, and it's special to be here with kids that I've coached before.
Congratulations to the Raiders Hall of Famers.
It's time to meet this month's outstanding student athletes, who coincidentally are from Loch Raven High School. First, let's meet our outstanding male student athlete, senior soccer player Andrew Mitchell.
Andrew Mitchell is a senior athlete at Loch Raven High School who plays soccer and runs track. Andrew's love of soccer began early.
I really enjoy the team aspect of the sport. When I was younger, I was also a pretty competitive tennis player, and I had to choose between the two, and I ended up choosing soccer just because I like the feeling of having a team behind you. I didn't like the just strict individuality of tennis.
There were high expectations for Andrew when he arrived at Loch Raven as a freshman, as he had to make the transition to high school soccer.
We'd heard a lot about Andrew when he was coming in. And when you see someone come in as a freshman, the expectations were, from what we were told, that he would play right away on varsity. But once we got onto the field, you could see that he had a lot of natural talent, he had a lot of natural ability, and he was going to be a very good player.
The pace of play was much faster. You don't see a lot of the technical players that can dribble around. It's a lot of just big kids who can run you down and knock you on the ground.
Andrew's talent and work ethic helped him adapt to the faster pace of play in a new position, center midfield.
I played almost always in the back until I came to high school, and so my first thought on the field is always to rather keep the ball out of our goal instead of going and trying to score on the other team's goal, because, I mean, if you don't give up any goals, you can never lose.
We had to ask a lot of him, and he accepted that role. Really moving from a defensive role where we kind of had to put him into a more integral part where he had to kind of help control the entire field.
He's always been a very tall person, but his growth hasn't like really kept up with him in high school, but his physical presence, you can definitely feel it on the field, and his technical ability has definitely gotten a lot sharper also.
All of those efforts paid off sophomore year when Loch Raven won the state championship.
Honestly, my favorite high school memory probably by far is winning the state championship my sophomore year. Just the feeling I had at that moment was just incredible bliss, and I don't think I'll ever forget it.
As Andrew has developed his soccer skills, he has also learned to improve his study skills.
My freshman year, I thought of primarily myself as an athlete. Come sophomore and junior year, I made a major change in my study habits, started taking school a lot more seriously, and now I can honestly say that the schoolwork really does come first.
As a captain for the second year in a row, Andrew plays a vital role as a leader on the team.
Andrew is very inspirational, like I said before, but he also gets us together as a team, and we're like very close bonding, and he'll say a few words of wisdom or give a speech or something along those lines.
Andrew will be remembered at Loch Raven as a talented player, intelligent student, and most of all, a hard worker.
I can't honestly say that he's the most talented player we've ever had, but I can say without a doubt that he's outworked just about anyone else who's walked through the door. So that's how I'll remember him, and that's how we'll portray him to future players.
We'd like to wish Andrew success in the future, both academically and athletically. For High School Sports Scene, I'm Emma McDonald.
Congratulations to Andrew. To honor his selection as this month's Outstanding Male Student Athlete, he'll receive an award provided by Allegram Incorporated in Timonium. And be sure to tune in later this month when we meet Loch Raven runner Emily Ruppel, this month's Outstanding Female Student Athlete. Coming up next is Randy Dace with Coach's Corner. We'll be back in 2 weeks with another edition of High School Sports Scene. We hope you'll join us then. For High School Sports Scene, I'm Sydney Callahan. Thanks for watching.